Brett Davern. We're sitting down with some of the cast and the crew and director and writers of Rapt. R-A-P-T. Is that right?
That's right.
Can you guys introduce yourselves to our audience and tell us what role or what you had to do with the project?
Oh, it's me. Okay.
You're up first.
Okay, great. Hey, my name's Jessie La Tourette. I was the lead actress playing Thea, and my character goes through a wild trip, kind of making art competition. When people look like you, it's a bit psychological thriller, and she did not have a good time. I did. But she had it rough.
Hi, my name is Claire Morrissey. I play Ruth. I play your antagonist, also someone that highly desires you in ways, too. So a lot of fun, great times were had.
Did a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, it's true.
Hey there, I'm Margot Bazina, and I directed and co-wrote and co-edited Rapt.
And I'm Christian Tessiopoulos, and I co-wrote and produced Rapt.
So let's get right into it. What's the story about? Like, you guys are teasing a little something over here, but let's get a little more into it without any spoilers. What's it about?
Yeah, they gave you a little sneak peek, but Rapt follows Thea, a young woman, throughout a surreal audition process where her boundaries and limitations are tested in pursuit of a spot in a coveted acting program.
Oh.
So we follow her through that whole journey in pursuit of that spot.
Where did the story come from when you guys sat down to write it? Like, what is this? Where's the inspiration for this?
Margot and I met in theater when we were younger in various different theater groups in New England, and then we both moved out here sort of at separate times. So I think we had a lot of like origins in like the theater world with different sort of like cult of personality theater teachers and and also just finding what it means to like be an actor and what you need to give to be an actor. And I think a lot of time we were thinking about like surrender, assimilation, risk, sort of the qualities that I feel like Hollywood begs for with actors. So it's kind of like imbuing a lot of those like LA sort of film acting motifs into sort of something that we were familiar with, which is just theater camp and wanting to get into a class and get on the list.
Theater camp, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, right.
How did you guys come to the project?
We both auditioned, I believe. Yeah, I got
And
really...
how was that? They put you through a grueling process?
Absolutely. I was sweating.
Was
I was
it
crying.
a bit like the
no.
the movie within the movie?
Fully bagged, no.
Had a Zoom.
Jesse's at a different level than I am.
Casting directors wouldn't let us bring them in person.
That's crazy.
It was
Really?
strange COVID times. You couldn't really, that wasn't a thing. But it was super easy. I feel like we knew pretty quickly with both of them that they were going to be a right fit. So.
Yeah. And how did you guys feel when you read the project or you got to know what they were up to and what they had in store?
Yeah, I mean, I just saw what Margot and Christian did with their first short, right? Borderline. And I thought it was so incredible, which I don't think I ever told you. I think they're doing something really special, and I just got lucky enough to see the listing on Actors Access, and I decided I have to get in on this, and that's the end of the story.
The rest is history, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was immediately obsessed. I also stalked both of them on Instagram, and I was like, I get it. I get them. I think we're all gay. I was like, this is fabulous. I love dynamics within. I think also them being both female characters and sort of the dynamics of like womanhood and like what it means to compete with another woman, specifically in acting, and compare yourself, but also like the draw of that. So all of the different things I got to play with, I was very, very interested. So yeah.
What is that like? Competing
Other
actors all the time.
When you're
other women. I mean, we just had the Her Voice panel upstairs. It's
I feel really lucky in life. I feel I'm a lesbian. I'll talk about it every day, and I feel like I've decentralized men in a way, and like just like society in a way that like I don't feel the need to judge myself compared to other people. Those inclinations do come up and they do rise in me, but it is a bizarre thing to go in a room and see someone and think they're prettier than me, they're probably better for this role, that they dress nicer than me. But then you have to sort of, in a way, also kind of like combat those with other feelings of like, nah, fuck it, we're all having fun. Literally none of this matters. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Being collaborative while still sort of competing in a way in this business sometimes.
I love making friends. I love meeting new people. So who cares?
Yeah, I will say, I think, yes, there is competition, but I've learned, I've been in LA since 2017, that it's not competition. It's like, you give me motivation. Like, you just book that thing, that gives me so much fuel. Like, you're not my competition. You're my inspiration.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I think that's what's so cool about filmmaking is it's truly a team sport, and I think it can be really easy to focus on, one specific actor that's super famous or a director that has a lot of notoriety. But ultimately, what makes a film brilliant is a confluence of all of these energies coming together in such a specific way. And so I think there's just boundless amounts of inspiration and energy that we can all be drawing from each other all the time.
Rapt, R-A-P-T, what's the title about? Where does that come from?
So Rapt,
We were trying to figure it out in here.
yeah.
That's-
A lot of
that's why
people
I'm
have
asking.
asked
I've
that.
heard this. I've heard this.
So Rapt means to be like enraptured, fully taken in to something. There's also an alternative definition for the word that means to be carried away and bodily transported to heaven. And I think this feeling of rapture, it's almost like a holy thing, this intense longing to be seen, to be understood, to be applauded for. I think that's very at the center of the experience of being a person, right? Like we're all looking to be seen and to be validated in some way. And I think as an actor, that certainly can manifest. I acted for years and years and years. And I think when I turned to the other side of the camera, I really wanted to examine that feeling of validation and that desire and where it comes from, because it comes from a very deep place. And so I think the title is meant to sort of encompass that idea.
Well, the screening was already earlier today. So if you're up here at Mammoth, you can't see it, but you'll see it soon, Rapt. I'm sure everybody wants to see it. And I heard from someone who did see it that it is, quote, effing incredible and like maybe one of the best things at the festival. So congratulations, you guys. Like the word of mouth around here is grade A. And what's next for it, though? More festivals? And what's next for you guys maybe as a team?
Yeah, so Christian and I actually made Rapt as a concept piece for a feature that we co-wrote. That had placed as a quarterfinalist in the Academy Nickel. And so we made Rapt sort of as a proof of concept because we were starting to get people interested in the script, but we felt really strongly that not only did we want the script to be made, but we wanted to be the people to make it. And so the short, obviously we're both young filmmakers, and it's a big risk to give a duo that's this young enough money to make something as sizable as Rapt is. So our hope is that with this short, people can get a sense of what our collective vision is, and if enough people are excited by it, then we'll get to make the full 2-hour situation.
Calling all financiers. Everybody hear that? Everybody at the Outbound, are you listening? Come on, get out those checkbooks.
They deserve it. They can do it. They
Yeah.
both were incredible. Some of the best team I've ever worked with creatively.
Cool.
Sincerely get ahead of it. Be on it. They're going to make it.
Guys.
Yeah.
What gives?
No, I mean, I sit here year after year. This is my 6th time at the Mammoth Film Fest, and that something that's really cool about this film festival in particular. There's a lot of young filmmakers, and I've seen some of them. I almost said season 1, like it's a TV show. Film Fest 1, and then now here we are, Film Fest 6, and they might have started with a short, but now they're it's a big feature or whatever. So you're on your way. You'll get there, and Mammoth is the place to do it. Have you guys been having fun at this film festival specifically, and why is Mammoth Film Festival the coolest film festival on earth? I mean, I think it is.
I think it honestly goes in with what you were saying, where I think there's a lot more willingness to take risks here on projects and take all sorts of projects and take young people and people that may not have connections or do have connections, and I think it's all oriented around the art and what it's saying, and sort of finding like a well-rounded group. I feel like each screening block I've gone to for shorts in particular has hit a bunch of different sort of flavors and a bunch of different, you have filmmakers that are 13 here, and then you have filmmakers that are 60 that have been working at Disney for their entire life, you know? So you have this wide range of support. And I think there's an expectation of quality based on who the person is as well. There's not this comparison. It feels like here, it feels like you're taking individuals where they are and accepting that art where they are. And yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations on it, you guys. And really, everyone's talking about it, and it's exciting. Really cool. And thanks for sitting down with The Loop. The Loop is powered by Scene It, the world's favorite trivia board game about movies, and then also Rack the Planet, which I'm out of briefcases, but Rack the Planet, RAK, random acts of kindness. Make sure you're out there racking the planet all the time, everybody. I'm Brett. Thanks for watching The Loop.